This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button and make sure you smash that like button, but only do it once, and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys so much. Well, let's get right into the news. So we got 50 Cent. He did Hot 97 and Breakfast Club in the same day, obviously because he's wearing the same outfit, just came out on different days. So 50 Cent talks about French Montana. He believes he's on that stuff because he said, yeah, we saw each other in Miami. There was a little scuffle, but I didn't do anything to him, you know, like he didn't do anything to me. I didn't do anything to him. It was just a little scuffle because we ran into each other. Nothing crazy. Nobody would have known about it. I wouldn't have spoke about it, but he spoke about it. And I think he's on that stuff doing a lot of, you know, this and that because, you know, he's the way he was touching his face. He's trying to tell, he let everybody know that happened. I wasn't going to say anything. And it doesn't look good for him. Plus, and then he explained the whole thing with the Bugatti. He bought an old Bugatti. He was trying to taunt 50 with the Bugatti thing, saying he's the first one in New York when he saw 50 post it just a week earlier. And then he had toilet paper thrown at the screen. He said, you know, so I just, you know, tapped him real quick. And then he's like, then he re-exposes the fact that French Montana gave him the tape of Khaled in his mom's house and the store and everything when they were having their issues. French Montana did that, but DJ Khaled embraced French Montana, even knowing that. Dumb. That was dumb on DJ Khaled's part. You know, this guy is the worst kind of guy you want around you. French Montana will turn on you on a dime. Okay. Even though I'll always say that he's an ultimate hustler because he'll hustle his way. He'll never not make money. This kid knows that. Well, he's not a kid. He's not as young as he says he is. He's a little closer to 40. He's the same age as me, basically. And you know, we're up there. We're over 35. You know, we're approaching 40 in a couple of years. You know, so he's definitely up there. Trust me, we were around the same time. Okay, he wasn't. So he comes from the same era. Okay. Anyways, let's get on to the next thing. So he talked about Floyd Mayweather, said that he needs to fight because he needs to make money. He spends money quickly, but that's still his guy. He has no issue. He just had the issue over them starting TMT together. And when Floyd Mayweather didn't want to do it anymore in the same fashion he was doing it, he didn't pay him back for the boxers he had bought. So he was owed some money, and Floyd Mayweather tried to get over on him with a couple $1 million when he had it right there sitting on the table. I mean, you know, so he was disappointed in that fact, but he said that's still my guy, you know, and, you know, just business-wise, nah, can't do business with him. I agree with him. I mean, Floyd's a crazy person, man. And, you know, the way he said it is, and I agree with this, Floyd likes people around him that will be submissive and do whatever he says, and he can say anything to and get away with it because he's the champ. He said, I didn't give him that same energy, and he can't really be around me. And some people are very insecure like that. I've had artists that I've worked with, you know, 2 Chainz, Yo Gotti. You know, when you guys can come up, and, you know, I believed in those guys from the beginning. And then once they get into a space where they're starting to, you know, catch some momentum, and there's nothing against these guys. This is just how some people operate. They don't want people around them that aren't going to kiss their butt, you know? But you need people around you that aren't going to kiss your butt because they're going to tell you the honest truth, like, that isn't it. This isn't it. And, you know, you can gauge. It's not being negative. It's being honest. And you can, with that energy, when people say stuff like that, they're telling you their honest opinion. You can still do whatever you want. But it's nice to get an honest opinion and not a kiss butt opinion, if you know what I mean, you know? So anyways, let's get to the next story of 50 Cent. We got Mase. He comments on the Mase situation. And he says, well, you know, Mase beat Puff for 2 times for a couple $1 million for albums that he didn't turn in. So he says, I believe that Puff's doing what, or Diddy's doing what anybody would do that got beat 2 times. Like, you owe me this, you know, I'm not going to let you out of your, you know, contract. And Mace's perspective is, well, I did so much for you. I wrote this and I wrote that, you know, so he doesn't feel like he owes anybody. And then he said, you know, he's doing the same thing to the Favio Foreign guy because Mase signed him for $5,000, and now he's blowing up, but he's in probably a bad contract with Mase. You know, he says, you know, how you complain about something you're doing to somebody else? That was deep. So, and then he talked about Mase and trying to sign Mase back in the day, but it's like, Mase is just Mase, man. He's entertaining. That's what 50 said too. He's like, I'm always staying tuned, man. Mase is entertaining. Anyways, that's what I got for right now. I appreciate you guys. This is Jordan Tower, JT News. Stay positive. Keep bad energy out of your life. Keep going forward. If you're sitting on the couch right now and you're feeling bad for yourself, you get up and you keep going forward and you try something today, because you got to do something every day for your circumstances to change. Love you guys. Peace.